Hi everyone and hi Rinku.
Hey Archana, are you super ready for our next conversation this week?
Yes, fully charged up.
Awesome. So let's get to the topic of this week's conversation, Archana. I think I've been receiving a lot of calls from these job seekers who are very keen. And you and I have shared many stories about how we went about our job seeking at a certain point in time. So, one important topic, and which is very nerve wracking for a lot of us still, whether it's you're a fresher or you're an experienced person, is interviews. So, how about we share some bits and pieces about what kind of interview etiquettes one should follow? I think that will be a good information and something that people can use for their benefit.
Etiquette is one of my favorite topics. I think I love it more than ever every time I talk about it. It's like it seems how useful it is in our day-to-day life. So yes, I'm all set up and believe you me, when we talk about interview, today, even if somebody calls me, okay, you have an interview to give, I still have those goosebumps and jitters. So I'm sure it never ends. However, the only thing is with etiquette, we can make the journey a little more smoother.
I agree. I think whether it's simple or complex thing that you're up to, I think we need to be more aware and any kind of knowledge or training is always helpful. I just feel that you, however experienced you are, these tips and tricks that we are going to share today are going to be very, very handy. For the benefit of all, what me and Archana we have tried to work out is that we have tried to split it into three phases, which is before interview, what kind of etiquettes and what do's and don'ts you could have, during the interview, and then after the interview. So, Archana, is it okay if I share my bits and pieces about before interview? Okay.
Absolutely. It would be a delight.
All right. So, coming from where I have seen, I've personally been in a place where I've taken a lot of interviews. I have been through interviews myself. One thing which is I've seen as a big uh, do for everyone is uh, get your papers in place. I think uh, while it's mostly digital now, but still you got to have your resume handy. Make
Right.
sure you, even if you're on a virtual interview, you're sharing a copy of resume just before the interview with the point of contact. And it's also handy because make sure you review. One biggest mistake people make is they don't review their resume, and the interviewer mostly knows more about you from the resume. So
Right.
we have to be up and going with the resume, what we have written there, what projects we are talking
Yeah.
about, what specifics are there. Number one. Number two is I think research. Research on the company wherever you're going for an interview, the role that you're going for. Make sure that you are looking at the company website. What helps is at least have a big picture in place, as in what the company does, what is their mission, vision, where they are heading to, what are their specific products or offerings. I think that high level of information is important. If you can, do get to know about the interviewer. If you know the name of the person, maybe a bit of research about the person, like what role is he in, um, any LinkedIn presence that you can see. It will help you a little bit. It makes you comfortable that you know the person before you, not for any other reason, but just to get to knowing the person. And other important thing is, the making sure that you are fully aware of job description. So whatever role you are appearing for in the interview, make sure that you are aware what specific skills they are looking for, what are the roles and responsibilities that they have mentioned in their requirement, and why it
Right.
is important is because that is how you're going to, which you're going to talk about in next part of it, which is during interview. That is how you're going to work through your answers or responses to the questions that they're going to say. So it really helps all this preparation. Of course, I always say practice, practice, practice. So, however experienced you are, I'm telling you, Archana, even today, before even I go for a client meeting, I make sure I have a mock available with me. So, I always practice over a mock. I think that's one big tip that I can give to people. Over to you.
Yeah, so same here. I think practice is a go-to tool for all of us. Doesn't matter how experienced you are, but practice is something that really takes you at that space very comfortably. So thank you, Rinku, for sharing this amazing tip. Besides that, a few more things before the interview that you can take care of is please dress appropriately and avoid any bright or dark colors because that gets very distracting. Take care of your hygiene, reach a little early before time so that you are not in that sticky situation where you are like, oh my God, I'm late. Turn off your cell phones and other devices that might interrupt your interview, which is very important. We are into that gadget space. into that technological era where we all have these beeps coming in all the time. So make sure that your cell phones are on mute. Again, don't use very strong perfumes because that might again make the interviewer be very irritated with the strong smell. So that makes the interview go a little shorter. So these were the few things, Rinku, that I thought of adding with the entire spectrum that you shared. What do you think?
Just before you move to the during and after interview etiquette, I just wanted to remind people that now that we're going for the virtual interviews, I think it is important for people to understand, like you said, test your systems, make sure whether it's Zoom or Microsoft Teams or whatever system that you're going to use, it's up to date, it's all installed there. So, being on time and making sure that your systems are in place. The lighting is important. Don't try to keep it very dim or not too bright. Make sure, like you said, it's very important that even if you're doing a virtual interview, you're in a professional attire, and the noises in the surroundings are in control. So keep it as professional as possible. I know people are very considerate these days, but still, from our perspective, we have to make sure that it's very, very, comfortable and professional at the same time. So that's all I have to add.
Absolutely. So I'm sure with all the tips and tricks that we have shared before the interview, now you're absolutely aware as to what things that you need to take into consideration. However, now we come to the during part of the interview, which is equally important because this is the space which is going to make it or break it for you. So be very, very cautious when you are sitting for this interview, even in the virtual world and also in person. So few things to take into consideration is first and the foremost, please smile. I know we all have those times where we are very, very stressed inside, but make sure that you're smiling gently. Again, wish everyone a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening as per whatever time of the interview it is. Again, if you're personally meeting somebody, make sure either you handshake or you do namaste, whichever way you're comfortable. Sit only when the interviewer asks you to sit. So don't just go grab your seat and kind of just sit down. Wait for the interviewer to give you that kind of a permission. Always say thank you whenever it is the right time. Sit up straight, make your body posture absolutely straight so that whenever you are saying something, it is going to be in sync with your mind and your answers are going to be much more accurate. Another thing is always avoid crossing your arms because it demonstrates a closed body posture, which is very, very defensive. So make sure that your body posture is again in your favor. Maintain a good eye contact with the interviewer. Avoid staring as you might make the interviewer very uncomfortable. So make sure not to do that. Again, speak normally, but at a bit higher energy to show your communication skills because interview is all about your communication power. So make sure that you leave an impact which is very, very strong. So speak with confidence and make sure that you don't lie or add on to something which is not relevant according to your roles and goals in that specific organization. Avoid thinking while speaking as it shows lack of confidence. Do prepare about the company and the job profile because it is very important because as much as you require the job, the company's profile should also match the job that you're looking for. So make sure that during the interview, these are the few things that you take into consideration. Over to you, Rinku, if you want to add on to something onto this.
Keeping virtual again interviews in mind, how most of it is happening today. Yeah. Again, I would focus on some basic tactical things to do. Like I've also learned this over a period of time with these videos that we do. That keeping your camera in alignment, try and look straight into the camera, not be self-conscious on the video. Practice that as much as possible if you are conscious of seeing yourself on the video. And like you said, I think body language is very important. Being alert. I have seen people zoning out during the interview. You ask something and you respond something else. So I think the responses have to be very clear, crisp. The biggest thing is if you ask a question where you do not know how to answer it, I think all the interviewer expects is, and what is in your best interest is to be authentic and honest and say, I'm sorry, I would not know this now, but I'm taking a note of it so that I can go back and make use of it later. So just be authentic and be yourself. I think that's very important.
Absolutely. And as how you describe the virtual land, everyone, don't underestimate the power of the small window that we sit on. Every emotion, every gesture, every body language is seen through this and understood. So this medium also transports your emotions equally, or rather, I would say equally the same way as it used to happen in person. So make sure you make most of it and not hesitate or kind of be fidgety down there where you feel that the interviewer can't see you, because he or she can take a note of all those emotions and movements. So make sure that everything is in place, everything is fair. Take it easy, breathe in, and I think that's the most that you can make it during the interview. Rinku, now that we've spoken about before the interview and during the interview, what is it about after the interview that you feel is so important?
I think there is a moment in the interview which is very relieving when the interviewer says, "Okay, I am done asking questions." You know, when you're on the other side of the table where you are as a candidate, you're appearing for the interview. That moment could be very obvious, whether it's you're on a camera or you're in person. I have seen people saying, you know, they take this big sigh and they show that they're relieved. You have to stay away from that. That's not a good sign to give away. That expression and that last moment that you're going to about to leave the room and it's done for you, we should never reflect that kind of energy. That's one thing that I've always observed. The other thing is that people, a lot of interviews ask you at the end, you know, do you have any questions for us? Ask questions which are going to make sense, which you really need to know, you're keen to ask. For example, you could ask the person, like, how is this role going to go forward in company's growth? Or how does this role add value to the company back? Like, you can do some bit of questioning around that in terms of making yourself more aware of how you can be useful to the organization. Also, just wrap it up with a small thank you and nice meeting you. These are some of the tips I think. Keep it short. The goodbyes have to be very short and quick and formal.
Absolutely. So I think that's for the after the interview. Also, don't take it personally if you don't get a call from them. Start preparing for the next one, because that is how we are going to be moving forward. Make sure that every time you give an interview, there's no one role that plays well with all the structures that you're going to appear for. So prepare well, see where you kind of did a little bit of goof up last time and where you can correct now. So I think it's all about correcting and moving forward.
Awesome. I think we covered most of the tips that we have.
Yeah.
But of course, you and I, we work with people, we help them resume building, we help them in job search. So if people have specific needs, they can always reach out to us. And we'll be more than happy to give whatever assistance we can to make your job search easy, make your interview process, more informative and more, achievable for you.
Yes.
And calm your nerves down. So I think you and I can help them for sure.
Yes. So with this, I hope this video helps all of you. Let us know if there is anything that you feel and you want us to give some solutions to that. We would be all happy to do that for you. So that's all for this week. We'll catch you next week with yet another topic that matters. Bye-bye.
Bye.